So we are on to the nursery. This is race 7 of 9. There's been a fair few this evening and the pretty cold temperatures here at Kempton. Unibet 40,000 plus live stream events nursery handicap. Field of 7 and 2 darn goods. Ella, I thought that was a career best last time out.
Yeah, agree. Really good performance, and I think if he can settle down, he can be quite free. I think he'll be in with a nice chance, but the form of that race has worked out really well, and the Hannon horse that he was third to that day is now rated 91, so that bodes well.
Yeah, no, that was a nice effort for this individual, Rebecca Rocks, who was a speedy individual herself. Number 6, Hello It's Me. Kevin Stott has been rider of the evening, looking for winner number 4. What do you make of Hello It's Me, the only filly in the field on handicap debut?
I thought she was disappointing when she was joint favourite at Nottingham earlier in the last month, over 5, but she showed promise on her 2 starts either side of that run. She makes her handicap debut this evening, but needs to learn to settle down a bit. She runs a little bit free.
Neil Cullen's got on board number 3. Davy, this one hasn't really progressed from that lesser seller. Just struggled to find his form recently, as Davy. And actually, we'll go back to number 5, because I do like this horse. I want to get a good look at him. Credit, Forget It, for Richard Hannon and John Fahey. £150,000 yearling. He ran at Ascot on trials day in a really strong race. 4th at Haydock, and then 4th in his return at Newbury. Credit, Forget It.
I like him too, James. As you say, those runs were really promising. This is his first start in a handicap this evening and his first try on the synthetic surface, so it will be interesting to see how he handles it.
Yeah, definitely so. And then we've got Station Bar, number 7, Callum Hutchinson and Eve Johnson-Houghton teaming up. Much better at Salisbury last time.
Yeah, much better, and a family that Eve knows well. So hopefully that bodes well for Station Bar. But as you say, 2 promising runs.
From the hip, number 4, Tyler Hurd and Mark Usher teaming up. Won nicely at Chelmsford back in Maiden Company last time.
He did, yes, from the hip. He's, I'd say, a likely outsider, but impressed with his run last time, and hopefully he can build on that.
And we drop right back to number 1, Akabusi, who's going to be the final one to leave the paddock. Switched yards, joined the yard of Dylan Cooner. Immediate impact, that was a win at Wolverhampton. And Toby Moore, £7 claiming sensation. Son of Ryan is on board, and this horse is on the up again.
Yeah, definitely on the up. He wore blinkers earlier in his career, but they've been reapplied, and I think they've been helping him of late. And the help of Toby Moore claiming 7, I think, will do him the world of good.
Yeah, it'll be a bit of a task for Toby, though. Still 7 of 7. Won't want to be trapped too wide over 6 furlongs here at Kempton. So runners have made their way down to the start. There's the two contenders, I think. Number 2, Too Darn Good, and number 5, Credit Forget It. The money has come for Richard Hannon's horse, and look, he was a £150,000 yearling. He's running some nice novice contests, and I just thought this is much, much easier on handicap debut.
Yes, I agree. The Hannon horse are you discussing?
Yeah,
sorry?
Credit Forget It, number 5.
Yes, definitely. And the form of his 2 starts has actually worked out pretty well, and he made a promising start, well, return to things after a gelding operation, which has clearly helped. Can be a little bit free in his races, so hopefully he settles down today.
Yeah, definitely so. Stall 6 may not be the easiest for John Farhay to try and navigate. John, regular work rider at Richard Hannon's this season, and he's taken the opportunity to be given with both hands as well as John. Good rider. Stall 7 and 7 would be a bit of a worry for Akabusi. First up, Denning was a winning one, though.
It was. Made a really good start to life with the new stable. As you say, he's top weight, but Toby Moore does claim 7. And the blinkers seem to have helped him of late. He wore them earlier on in his career, but they've reapplied them over the last couple of starts, and they seem to be helping him, and they stay on this evening. Yeah,
they do. And I remember when he won his nursery at Nottingham, he actually dropped poor Holly Doyle on the way to the start, and he still actually managed to win in the race itself. We've got a few others. Kevin Stott, he's riding out of his skin. Confidence high on the back of a treble, Ella, in this contest. And what do you make of Hugo Palmer's handicap debutant? A filly who, for me, might benefit from the ill weather because it was the best effort at Seville last time out. That was Hugo Palmer's Hello, It's Me.
Hello, it's me. Yes, she was disappointing when she was joint favourite at Nottingham earlier last month over 5 furlongs, but she showed plenty of promise either side of that start at Nottingham, and she makes her handicap debut this evening, but she does need to learn to settle down in her races. She can run quite free.
Yeah, as you say, a couple of these perhaps been a little bit unprofessional, but I thought From the Hip was very professional when winning at Chelmsford. He used his experience to good effect. Back in novice company, back to a handicap now. Do you think the handicap is about right, off 71?
I would fear maybe he's got a little bit of a grip on him. He flew home late that day and hit the line really strongly. I was impressed with that run. But as you say, he went up £5 for that performance, which I thought was quite harsh. But he's been tried over 5.5, 6 and 7 furlongs. But I think this trip today that looks optimum.
Yeah, bearing in mind he got beat off 68 on the handicap debut. The handicap had dropped in £2 on that. And while you didn't see him in the handicap, he's gone up 5 for that success. So hard to know. I agree with you. I think the handicap might have gone a little bit overboard, but he could be an improver for Mark Usher, who tends to do well with his all-weather string. 11-4 favourite, Credit Forget It. Too Darn Good at 7-2. 4's From the Hip. Station Bar 9-2, who really stepped up on that last effort at Salisbury, finishing second, but Eve promptly gelded him on the back of that, and then he's back for a winter campaign.
Yeah, and the penny seemed to drop last time at Salisbury, where he was much more enthusiastic, and he's from a family that Eve knows very well, which is good to see, and it will be interesting to see how he fares here. Yeah,
the dam Madame Tansy ended up winning at a huge price in the listed race here over the mile. Davey should know better. It's just taken a little while to get him in the gates, but I think he's just lost his way a little bit since that selling success at Leicester.
Yeah, he was behind Akabusi on his last start, where he ran again 2 free, but he's wearing a first-time visor he was wearing a first-time visor that day, sorry. That's been left off this evening, but he hasn't shown an awful lot in his last few runs. Needs to get back to that form he showed earlier in the year. Yeah, and just looking at him there at the start, we've seen a few newcomers be a bit green under the lights, but he hasn't really got that excuse, as Davey, just playing about the 14-1 outsider of the Southern. So your idea to win it, Anella? I actually think it's a really open contest. I struggle to pin... There's only a point separating the top 4 in the market, so the market is saying it's a tricky puzzle. Exactly. I think Credit Forget It for me is the idea of the winner, and the form of his 2 starts has worked out really well and made a promising return when coming back from a gelding operation last time out. Well, I hope you're right. He was my choice for the Wednesday wager. Put up an odds-on shot, and that got stuffed in our previous race, so hopefully we can get back on track in this handicap. He is favourite. He's been well backed on the handicap day. 11-4 favourite. They're just struggling to get Davey in. I think they might finally have won that battle. Running in the colours of Dave and Emma Evans. See lots in the pink and black epaulets. Still got 4 more to go.
Just a few of these been a little bit tricky, these 2-year-olds. Hello, it's me. Kevin Stott looking for that 4-time, and may not be on her if you look at the market. A big drifter is Hello, it's me, a daughter of Hello Yumize, the only filly in this field of 7. Station Bar, can he build on that second at Salisbury? He's got the plum draw in stall 1, blind for his stall's entry, but maybe that gelding operations has really helped his behaviour as he's gone straight in. Let's go and join Mark for the call.
Move forward, and so too Credit Forged It. Lots of moving forward now. They're in the gate. And they're off. Very fast beginning for From the Hip. From the Hip takes the early lead. Davey tries to go with him towards the inside. And these two pressing on as they go towards the end of the back straight. Hello, it's me, just on the heels of that leading duo as they spin the turn. And it's Davey now who establishes a 1.5 length advantage over From the Hip, who is in second. Towards the inside rail, Too Darn Good is in third now, or a share of third with less than a half mile to go. With Hello, it's me, the filly around the outside now, back to 4th position. Station Bar is in 5th. Then there's nearly 2 lengths back to Credit Forged It. And at the back of the field is Akabusi. In line for home and down the home straight with 2.5 furlongs ahead of them. Davey still has the lead over From the Hip in second position. Travelling strongly on their heels in third is Too Darn Good. Then down the outside, Hello, it's me being driven along. On the inside, Station Bar is picking up. Credit Forged It now goes towards the cutaway. And Akabusi against the rail. Racing now inside the final furlong. From the Hip on the near side with Davey. On the far side is Station Bar. Too Darn Good had to wait for the brakes, didn't get them today, and with another 50 yards to go, it is on the near side. From the Hip on the near side, tight. From the Hip, far side, Station Bar, and between them Davey in a 3-way go.
Very tight once again. Has From the Hip followed up the Chelmsford success? It looks like he has for Tyler Hurd and Mark Usher. Davey is in the middle. Station Bar far side. All three have run cracking races, but did appear to be had to be on the front end. Those from wide draws, Credit Forget It and Akabusi, were dropped in. They haven't got involved, and pace has certainly held up. But this horse From the Hip won nicely at Chelmsford. The handicap actually put him up £5. Did get a beat off £3 lower on the handicap debut, but does it like Tyler Hurd has timed that to perfection. I think the handicapper will be most pleased. The 3 of these should probably stay on the same mark because Davey had looked a bit exposed prior to this event, winning a seller at Leicester. And Station Bar was the handicap improvers and made the most ground. Our 2 of the 3 were in the first 2 places, Ella, and I thought it was quite hard to make up grounds. You've got to upgrade Station Bar indeed.
Definitely. He's come on a bundle, hasn't he? He hasn't shown a lot in his first 2 starts, including when he actually ran here over 7. But his last start was much more promising, and this is a definitely improved performance from him, and really good to see that gelding get a nice run of things. I'm surprised he didn't get there. I thought he was just going to get on the bob there, but yeah.
Yeah, really tight finish between
really
that trio. Hard to split, but I think Tyler Hurd has got From the Hip back-to-back wins, Rishi, but a cracking finish to the nursery. Tyler Hurd just about to get a winning photo on the back of From the Hips success. Tight finish, but this horse is on a bit of a roll now, back-to-back wins, and could be a real fun winter type for trainer Mark Escher. Tyler's got a good ride now for John Gosden at the end of the day. Just Keep Flying, who Tyler actually won on at Goodwood on debut. So I'm sure he's looking forward to getting back on that daughter of Justify. And that's in our finale. Lots of owners as well, winning syndicate for this individual.